It's Mr. Jarvis, please.
That's not Mr. Jarvis.
Yes, it
I'll
is.
dress you.
You're not a drill sergeant, and I'm not in the Army anymore.
I'll dress you however I want.
You didn't identify yourself as a journalist, dude. Not until after this all fucking started. So.
Wow. Yeah, dude, you don't have to be so angry.
What you doing?
Just working on something. Yeah.
Working on what? For who?
Yeah, I really can't get into that right now.
Are you willing to walk off the property and talk with me? Yes or no?
Is that a request or an order?
It's a request.
If it's a request, I don't want to. So I'm going to tell you how a few things are going to be today. You're going to watch me do what I do. You're going to do nothing about it. You're going to sit there and you have a big old glass of McLovin it. That's how this is going to go down today.
This is government property and there's signs posted that says no trespassing.
Ooh, yeah. I did notice that.
Okay.
You know where those signs apply to?
Yeah, here.
No,
property here.
Beyond the fence. So are you asking that I be trespassed? Because if that's the case, I'd kindly ask that the sergeant have you fill out a declaration form under penalty of perjury. But I just want to make sure I am being trespassed under threat of arrest if I stay.
Correct.
Okay. Come onto the property or not?
No, he's asking that you stay out beyond the signs.
And I'm telling you, that 7th Amendment's going to be a bullet train for your wallet if you do this. I will have that thing drive right over the top of you in court. Hey everyone, I am free. It's November 27, 2023. I'm in the city of SeaTac, King County, Washington State. I'm heading to the Tarcon Terminal Approach Radar Control Facility. It's a facility that, if I understand correctly, manages part of the takeoff and landing process from a radar perspective for the airport. It's an Federal Aviation Administration facility. If you wouldn't mind liking, subscribing, and sharing, hitting that all notifications button so you get my stories right when they come out, commenting, love reading all the comments. You can follow me at Twitter at I.A.M Auditing, and if you want to help keep my feet on the street, you can always look for the links in the description for Cash App and Venmo. I really appreciate it. It does help a lot. Obviously, expenses running a business are quite high these days, is everything. So I'll see you guys over there in just a moment. Hey everybody, there it is, the Terminal Radar Approach Control Facility. Managed by the U.S. Department of Transportation and the Federal Aviation Administration. Good, how's it going? Good.
Can we help you with anything?
Unless you got like an energy drink or something. A little thirsty.
Nope.
All right, cool. No, I'm good then.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
What you doing?
Just working on something. Yeah.
Working on what? For who?
Yeah, I really can't get into that right now. Kind of just in the middle of it.
You can work on it from out there.
Oh, no.
Just as easy. You got telephoto lens.
Yeah, I prefer to work on it here. I appreciate the suggestion, though.
Be a better suggestion.
What's that?
Work from out there. You got telephoto lens.
Oh, why do you think it'd be better to work from there?
Better view.
Ooh, I totally disagree with that. I mean,
Okay.
way better from here.
And you're working on some sort of top secret stuff? You can't tell us what it is?
Well, right now, yeah. I mean, if you got a business card or something, I'd be happy to email you later.
Do you have one?
No, I don't.
We'd be more than happy to email you.
No, I'm good.
Okay, well, since you don't want to divulge who you are or why you're here, you should probably just go ahead and leave.
I'm good.
Take
Again, I
pictures
really
from out
appreciate
there-
the suggestion.
Out there on the public access.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So you're of the mind this
Public
isn't.
access is out there at the main road.
So you're of the mind this isn't public access. You pretty confident of that?
Yeah,
Are you? Okay.
yeah, you can check with Seattle or the Buren PD or the Port of Seattle PD.
Buren
They'll tell you the same
PD.
thing.
I think you might be profoundly confused right now about several things.
No, Buren and Port of Seattle have jurisdiction out there.
Oh yeah, out there. I completely
Yeah, that's
agree.
what I said. If you talk to them, they'll tell you the same thing. The public access is
Oh,
down there.
I'm good. Again, really
Okay,
appreciate.
well,
the
have a nice
hospital.
day. Goodbye.
Yeah, I'll be staying here.
Goodbye.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. Good talk.
Yes, I know. I'm always a good talker.
Got nothing else
I'm
better to do?
practicing my photo bombing.
Gotcha.
My sister loves it.
I would gather that that kind of behavior is probably not approved by DOT.
I don't know. Why don't you call them up and ask them? You got it all on recording anyhow.
I may later.
Okay.
Just saying, behaving appropriately. Probably
I'm
the
not
best thing.
behaving inappropriately. I'm being very civil to you.
Like
I said, have a nice
agree
day.
that we're having a civil disagreement. However, your behavior in attempting to block my photos and video is not.
I'm not attempting anything.
That's exactly what you just did. There's no nuance or semantics to it, man. You're trying to block my ability to photograph and video.
Okay, whatever you say.
So, why not be reasonable and
I'm
professional?
not trying to block you. You got a telephoto lens, man. You can take pictures from almost anywhere around here.
Yeah, I could.
Okay. So that means I'm not blocking anything.
You are. I'm at a vantage point. There's no reason for you to be out here.
Yeah,
I'm at
there
a
is.
publicly
It's
accessible
my
place.
job.
Yeah.
My job is to be here.
Not to block my ability to take photos and video.
My job is to be here.
Okay, then.
Whether it's here, there,
Quit moving
there, it doesn't matter.
I look.
I'm sorry, I don't work for you, so you can't
Jarvis,
tell me what to do.
You don't work for me, huh?
No.
Who do you work for?
I work for Fiore Industries,
Gotcha. And they're contracted by.
the FAA.
God, they must have just. You know what? I know there was a bill going through Congress, and I must have just missed it. It must have gone to the president's desk. I'm guessing that where they privatized the FAA became a private industry. It's so unexpected to see such things like that. Or actually, it could be something more along the lines, Jarvis, that...
It's Mr. Jarvis, please.
It's not Mr. Jarvis.
Yes, it
I'll
is.
address you any
You're
way
not
I
a drill
want.
sergeant, and I'm not in the Army anymore.
I'll address you however I want.
Whatever.
So the point about it is this. You may work for a private security company or firm that is contracted by the government. And at that point, you work for me and him, all the people that are driving in. That's how it works, man.
No.
Look, you're a really salty, angry man. I get it. You're going to try to hide behind the I'm being civil and all that. And to an extent, you are. But you're being highly inappropriate right now.
If you say so.
That's how it is, man.
Okay.
And the blocking dance that you're doing, if what I just heard is accurate and you did in fact serve, I don't know what you
I would
served,
like
but
to
it
point
wasn't
out
the
one thing.
Constitution.
Everything that you just said is a two-way street, Mr. Inappropriate.
Oh no, I'm absolutely allowed to be inappropriate even if someone were to deem my actions to be inappropriate. I don't work for the government. I don't work for you. I don't work
Fine.
for anyone. I work for myself. You, however, work for a private security firm that is contracted by the United States federal government. So actually, you work for everybody. It's not a two-way street.
Okay.
I think you
we
need
can
to
let people review the
I
tape
think
and
you
see
need
if
to
I'm
go
being
back.
inappropriate or not.
Yeah, it'll
So
go out.
have a nice day.
I'm not leaving. And there's nothing you can do to make that happen.
Did I tell you to leave? I said have a nice day.
Oh, you were trying to
See,
cajole
you're
me
reading
to
words into everything
out
that I
to
say,
the
trying to make it
public
twisted on your
space.
tape.
You initially said it wasn't the publicly accessible area. You said that's the publicly accessible area. So I'm going to tell
I
you
said
how a few
that's the
things are
public
going to be.
access down there.
So I'm going to tell you how a few things are going to be today. You're going to watch me do what I do. You're going to do nothing about it. You're going to sit there and you have a big old glass of McLovin it. That's how this is going to go down today. You understand?
If you insist.
That's exactly how this is going to go down today. Nothing's
you
going to
insist.
change. You have zero authority here. You're not going to do anything about
Why are
it.
you hiding your face?
What are you, the clothing police? You tell people how to dress?
No, I was just wondering why you're hiding your face.
He was curious.
You're
We're allowed to ask
You're
questions,
afraid for
so-
people to be seen?
Yeah, but you know, the context of how you're asking this, your demeanor, which seems to be escalating and whatnot. Come on, man.
Why would I be escalating? I'm behind the fence.
I completely agree. Why would you be escalating
So
this?
why are you afraid to hide your face?
Whoever said I was afraid
Why
to
are
do it?
you hiding your face? Why are you
Because
afraid
I
to
want
show
to
it?
wear this because it's a little cooler out today.
Right.
That's why people wear jackets. when
You're
it's
from
cooler.
Florida. Okay.
I could be. I could be.
So if you're not afraid to show your face, why don't you just take your mask off?
No.
There's lots of cameras around here watching.
Yeah, I don't dance to your tune. What are you, some ancient medieval bard who does screenplays or something?
Hey.
Playwright?
Just throwing it out there, making sure it's on the recording that you're afraid to show your face.
Come to
Which I know
whatever-
you're going to cut all this stuff
You
up
can come to whatever
because you won't
conclusion-
show the whole tape to anybody
Why would I cut it out?
because your kind of people don't do that. They
My
cut
kind of
they cut
people.
everything out.
My kind of people?
Yeah.
What's my kind of people?
The First Amendment audit people that don't quite understand that the same thing you do is the same thing that terrorists do when they start trying to case a place to actually do a terrorist event.
A First Amendment audit.
Yes.
Okay. You want to elaborate?
You know exactly what that is. You're auditing your ability to utilize the First Amendment to do whatever you damn well please.
Well, it is a journalist's First Amendment liberty to go somewhere and work on a story.
Oh, so now you're a journalist. Who do you work for?
Myself. I own a media company.
Oh, okay. So you're not a journalist. What's the name of your company?
Why would I
Do you
share
have
that
a
with
business
you?
card?
I do. I'm not going to share it with you.
Why not? Oh, you're afraid. That's
Good
right. You're afraid to
God,
let us
man.
know who you are.
You're old enough to where you should have gone through
Gotcha.
civics back in the early 1910s, man. Come on, get with the program. Remember back then when they taught you that there were 10 individual liberties in the Bill of Rights? And one of those, the fourth, allows people to be secure in their papers, effects, right? You are a security contractor for the federal government. Why would I willingly go and give you information? I mean, seriously, you may want to do a breathalyzer test on this guy or field sobriety test. Are you drunk? Come on, man, get with it. And I'll tell you what, give you $100 bucks.
Are you drunk?
$100 right
Are
now.
you on drugs?
Which agency at any level of government issues press credentials?
Nobody.
By golly. It's almost like Jimmy and Tommy and George. When all those guys were getting together to write the Constitution and everything and get those first 10 amendments, the individual liberties squared away, it's almost like they wanted the government to be taking the back seat where they belong and everyone that works for them. I wonder if that's what's going on here today. That's indeed what's happening. Jimmy and Tommy and George and all those really good Americans actually ended up doing things that secured our liberties in a way that all the nonsense that you're spewing is pointless, meaningless, and has no authority behind it. And that's you sitting there with egg on your face, dealing with it. And that's all that's going to happen. So maybe what you should do, if you want to be professional, is stop standing there looking silly like you are right now. Get out of my way so I can get my photo and video footage. Stop being unprofessional and go about your day. I'm not doing anything. I'm not a threat to anyone. I'm not going to do the terrorist activities or whatever it is.
No, that's the point. Okay?
Well, you don't need to know.
Okay.
You don't need to know.
I don't need to know that a terrorist is planning an attack on this facility.
You don't need to do it by violating my liberties. You know?
Standing over here.
Yeah,
All we
come
did
on.
was ask you
Come
to
on,
go
guys.
over
Come
there.
on. Just, you know, I know you're struggling to keep up with the conversation here, but however, you should be able to make sense of the context of everything that's going on and probably understand
That a guy
this
comes
is
up
not
to-
what a terrorist does. They don't walk up
Okay.
and record and take photos of their pre-terrorist activities and then have a civics conversation with 2 contracted security guards.
Or
Shows
they
how much
might
you know.
if they want to try to make it look like they're not.
Hold on a
doing
minute.
that, right?
You're telling me you get terrorists to show up here regularly and have these civics conversations with you?
Who said regularly here? I'm saying that it happens.
It does.
And it has happened.
Okay, where has that one happened before? Look, I get it, man. Actually, you've shocked me. You've surprised me. I didn't see the long game comedy routine showing up here. Really be rolling out some goodies. I mean, that's a classic. I agree. You should probably be hitting all the clubs with that line. But that seems completely farcical,
Okay.
Jarvis.
you
Very,
say
very
so.
farcical. Jesus.
Whatever you say, Bob.
Wow. That is some good silliness. Well, I'm going to go over here.
First Amendment audit?
What's that?
Is this a First Amendment audit?
Oh, actually, I'm a journalist here working on a story about this facility.
I guess it would still be a First Amendment audit since, the right of the press
Well,
is
I
a
guess an
First Amendment thing, right?
An audit would be something that, is testing whether there's failures. Now, I'll say this as a journalist having shown up to work on a story, you guys are turning it into apparently whatever you described it to be pretty quick because
I had
of
no doubt that it was like that to begin with.
because Santa Claus's evil twin over there. I mean, my God, what is up with that guy?
Because,
Just angry? Did his wife leave him last night or something? I mean, what happened? Maybe you should take a day off from work and, that's why they have sick days. I mean, something happened to the guy. I would argue a more reasonable approach would be, just come out, have a friendly conversation. Don't assume everybody's here deciding they want to commit Class A felonies, federal offenses, or whatever. Maybe just ask a question instead of having Captain Killer.
The funny thing is he did, and you told him it was top secret. You weren't allowed to say.
I didn't say it was top secret. I said I couldn't divulge it now. However, I gave a really good alternative that's not unreasonable.
I didn't
said,
say it was unreasonable.
hey, how about this? Give me your business card. I'll email you later when I'm done. I do that all the time for
We
people.
don't have business cards.
Okay, I write it down on a sticky pad, whatever your email address is for work or whatever.
You have the address. Street address is right here.
I'm not going to send a snail mail to you to explain what's going on. If it's quick and convenient for me to email you, if you got a work email address, happy to email you later. But this is just silly.
All right, fair
Man,
enough.
I don't know
Fair
what
enough. I will
happened to you
get
last night. I don't know if your wife left you or something like that bad happened, but I mean, just relax, man. Seriously. Really, you are literally coming
That's
across
it.
as incredibly angry.
Two-way street.
Two-way street.
Yeah.
No.
I'm still waiting for you to show your face.
You're going to be waiting for a long time, but
Yeah, I know.
I guess by the gray in your beard, you probably got about 10 minutes left, so
That's because you're
yikes.
coward. So if you want to set your coward, why you're not showing your face?
Yeah, great job, man.
Is that how the
Toodles.
professional
Huh?
stuff works? Is that how
Yeah,
the
no, I'm
professional
calling you out. You're a coward. Show your face.
stuff- Showing my face.
Or you run out of room on your card there? Or are you making sure it's still recording?
No, I'm actually just turning on the body camera.
Okay. Jesus, you mean it wasn't on before?
Yeah. Didn't have
God, what an amateur. Should have been on when you approached.
Woo! Man, you are an angry dude. Literally,
No.
whatever happened to you, man, I
Just
I
throwing out
sympathize.
the facts.
I sympathize.
That's what
with
you want is facts, isn't it?
Well,
So let's show
it's true. I
everybody
didn't
you're not-
delineate between salty facts and facts. I mean, you are throwing out the salty
Yeah,
facts.
I'm just waiting for you to show everybody you're not a coward and show your face. Dark glasses.
certainly
mask.
not gonna
There's no COVID around
fall
here,
prey
you know.
to the 5-year-old action time sequence stuff here.
Okay.
All right. Good luck, buddy.
There you go. Here's my information and my email address.
Oh my goodness. Look at this. Reasonableness prevails. Look at this.
Well, reasonable bliss on one half, anyway.
Look at that.
How much longer are you going to be out here?
I don't know. I'm just gathering more content.
There you go. Yeah. Protects the ink that way.
Yeah. I appreciate you giving me that. I'll
All right.
be happy to.
Wrap it up as quickly as you can, please. I mean, we do have business that we do like to conduct, and people don't like having their faces spread all over the internet.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, geez, if it's got to be quick, yeah, that's not going to happen. I mean, remember FPS?
Of course not, because I asked.
So, since you seem to be the somewhat reasonable individual here, what is the hostility towards journalists showing up? I don't
It has
understand.
nothing to do with journalists.
Okay, well, what's...
It has to do with the First Amendment audits and the exact same activity that people use for scouting out terrorist activity. And it's frankly just annoying.
So, a journalist shows up, and the...
You didn't identify yourself as a journalist, dude. Not until after this all fucking started, so...
Wow. Yeah, dude, you don't have to be so angry.
I am... Well, okay, fine. You can call me angry. I'm annoyed more than anything.
Okay, annoyed, irritated, frustrated, angry, whatever you want to call it. Obviously, there's scales here, but...
Sure.
My point that I'm getting at is when the initial engagement from your coworker was what it was,
Sure.
and then his behavior continued from there,
Right.
that doesn't establish a desire on behalf of another person to want to engage in a way that's as fruitful as possible, right? It's just a fact. So then he keeps escalating it and throwing out weird things. And I'm not saying like he's getting violent or anything. I don't mean that. But I mean, it's just rude. He was rude initially. And so that doesn't foster within me a desire to continue, as I said, in a fruitful manner, maybe be more forthcoming. It makes me want to say, actually, no, I'll just push back and exercise to my maximum capacity my liberties. And then apparently for you, it frustrates you because you have a concern that there's going to be some sort of a terrorist activity. Look, is it possible that this could be that? I guess there's some small or some large amount of zeros after a decimal followed by a 1 that probably could lead to me being a terrorist. But it's a really, really high improbability that is going to be a thing. And so for me, I then look at it, this right here, for someone that has a component of their job to investigate and consider facts that are being presented to them, to decide if there is in fact some sort of a threat against the facility or whatnot, should really have all of their concerns quelled at this point. Okay. So. Terrorists, just from my understanding, from what I've seen in the news, the way that they behave, the things that they do not equate to my behavior.
No, but they could utilize your video just as easily as their own.
Oh my God!
Right?
Look,
could they or could they not?
They absolutely
it's an
could.
honest question. I'm asking.
They absolutely could.
Okay.
But here's the thing. And
so how does that help me help you?
And I'm happy to explain it. Because between two Americans here, freedom is messy and freedom can be scary. And that's just how it goes. What we should not do is use excuses of security to abridge liberties.
Have we told you to stop?
No.
Okay, so we're not abridging your liberty. We're just asking you to do it somewhere else, right?
That
Which
would be.
we can do.
You can ask, but
I can ask.
the whole
we didn't order you to, so
Correct.
we asked.
Correct.
Right. So, if you want to utilize your liberty, to put everybody else at risk, why should I allow that to happen?
Because A, you don't have an ability to disallow it, and B.
Fair enough.
And B.
So I shouldn't hold an opinion on it either, right?
Well, and the key word you had there, to, the preposition, to, implies some assignment of intent of my behavior.
Fair enough.
Right? I don't have that intent to do that. So the idea here is to say that my intent, or to imply my intent, is to take this video footage and or still image photography.
No, but you're going to do it without thinking it through either.
I'm actually reporting on something that I got tips and leads for. So just because
it's interesting you would get tips and leads for something here.
No, not at all. I get tips and leads for all sorts of places.
I find it very interesting.
Now, I'm
curious as to what that could be, because I mean it's an air traffic control facility.
I will happily email you. Give me your contact information. Happy to reach out to you later and let you know. That's no problem.
Okay.
I'm not going to compromise it now, but I'll tell you what. I'll give you a perfect example actually.
Please.
That'll probably make a lot of sense to you. So I received a tip and a lead that seemed really incredible. It was frankly incredible, and I did not believe it. But the veracity of the individual who had reported this tip and lead to me was so considerable, I thought, I really have to go check this out. And it was the Thurston County Juvenile Detention Facility down in Thurston County, like southern, kind of in the Tumwater area.
Okay.
All right. So I was told, now just think of a just standard jail basically, right? You've got the facility itself, the door is closed, right? Because you don't want prisoners getting out, right? And then you've usually got like an outer fence, kind of like something like this. So have some fence, wire, barbed wire, concertina wire, that kind of thing, right? I was told by a tip and a lead, I'm not kidding you. In fact, when I share this with you, you can look at my media channel and you can see the story. I haven't published this one yet, the Thurston County one, but it's going to be coming out soon. I was told by a tip and a lead that the inner door, I mean the door to the actual building itself, the one that would say, you can leave the jail, was left open, and that 15 to 20 meters away, the closest gate door to the external fence was left open so that kids could come and go as they want. Now, remember, I know. You're like, see, that's what I'm saying. It's laughable, right? It is. It's laughable. What jailer would leave doors open to a jail where they've been ordered by a judge to incarcerate an individual for some period of time, right?
Right.
So, I go to the Thurston County Juvenile Detention Center. Both doors are open.
Huh.
Completely open. Now, as incredible as that seems, the tips and leads I got about this place seemed unlikely, but honestly, and I'd had this one on the back burner for, gosh, I don't know, since May or June, and I thought, nah, it's not a thing, because about 40% of the tips and leads I get, they're not a thing.
Right.
About 60% are. But after that Thurston County situation, I saw that and I thought, I need to seriously reconsider insanity, if you will, right? Because who has ever seen two doors to a prison, or a jail rather, to a jail just left open so that people can come and go as they please?
Right.
That's just unbelievable. Yet it happened, and I've got the video evidence of it. When I confronted the administrators of that juvenile detention center, they're like, oh, well, it's because we've got this program. I'm like, it goes right inside. All the kids can come out. What are you talking about?
Right.
But they're all in some program? I mean, that's not a program. That's not being in jail. If you can come and go whenever you want, that's not jail. That's not how it works. That would be probation, right? Or parole, I guess, if you're a felon. But that's what happens. So, the incredible happens. And like I said, 40% of the time, it's not a thing. 60% of the time, it is. So, and just because this may overlap with something that people do in an auditing sense, well, I mean, I guess, I don't know if you saw that black dude that was over in Ohio, I think he was. He worked for NBC or...
Right, and he was on the public sidewalk, yep.
No. This was a reporter for like NBC or CNN or something like that. He goes into a gubernatorial press gaggle.
Oh, no, I hadn't seen this one.
Yeah, so he goes into a gubernatorial press gaggle. And for some reason, and there was an Army brigadier general, it was a major general from the National Guard. So they're waiting, and he comes in to go partake in the press gaggle to listen to the governor speak. They're like, you can't come in here. And he's like, it's an open to press, gaggle. I'm press. I work for whatever it was, CNN or whoever. Sure. And this major general walks up, and it appears that what had happened is there's some sort of a bad history on a story that this guy had covered, is what I believe I recall. And so this major general's like, you're not coming in, buddy, gets in his face, starts pushing him, and the police end up taking him into custody. They got their, butt suit off, big time, right, for prohibiting the press from going in. So you see these things where I guess you could call that an audit, right? Because the guy got back in their face and was pointing at him saying, you're not stopping me from coming in here. It's my First Amendment liberty as press. So in a sense, I guess that was a First Amendment audit. He's auditing by his actions, his ability as press to be there covering the story that he is. So I'm here covering a story. I guess this is what makes it an audit or not, I suppose. Well, now, obviously, I'm not going to pole vault over this and go running.
There are actually people that go around and do this just to get a reaction.
Yeah, I'm not here to
Okay.
do that.
To be honest, I actually believe you that you're here for some other purpose. It amounts to the same thing when you're taking film footage of how gates work.
Well, I mean,
it makes us in the security profession very uncomfortable.
Not to be sarcastic, but generally speaking, gates are pretty simple. They either open like that or they slide.
Not the physical gates. How the people are processed when they pull up to the gate, what's looked for, what's not, that kind of thing.
Sure, right? Yeah, and like I see
where I'm coming. You at least see where we're coming from.
I understand your argument. Right. What I'm getting at is, and
you find it laughable, but
why I brought up the Thurston County situation is because, as unlikely as that seemed, and then it turned out to be true based on my video evidence, what I got for tips and leads regarding this place is not good.
Okay.
And so I'm here, and obviously if I told you what it was, imagine if I'd gone to the Thurston County, called up the Thurston County Juvenile Detention Center first and said, hey, I've got a report that your back doors are all open so kids can come and go. What are the odds those doors would have been closed by the time I would have shown up?
Well, yeah,
100%.
I get that.
Yeah. So if I were to explain to you guys the alleged conduct and or issues that are present at this facility that are relevant to those tips and leads, I'd be in a pickle for really trying to get to the truth of the matter, right?
Right.
So I have to come here, and that's the point of investigative journalists, is to show up. We're not the ones that sit down and do our hair up and look good and work out 5 days a week and eat a good diet so we look, all good and dandy and everything. We're the ones that come out here with our feet on the street and dig down into the facts or misallegations and determine truth from falsehood. And that's the whole point of it. So,
all right.
Yeah. So, promise, like I said, I won't be pole vaulting over this and going for a Forrest Gump sprint to the front door.
Yeah, well, I mean, that does change the dynamic quite a bit.
I imagine it would. It's pretty clear here with the fence and the barbed wire and, lack of pole vaults for me to actually be able to do it, right? Now, I'd be seriously questioning that if you had one of those little pole vault pits and you actually had a couple sitting on the side. I might think these guys are pushing me to do some Olympic activities here.
Right. Morning.
Hi. We have an investigative reporter here.
Okay. We asked him to leave already?
We've asked him to leave.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep, they sure have.
Hi, sir. I'm Officer Gonzalez, Port of Seattle Police.
Hi, Gonzalez.
How are you doing?
Well, not too shabby. Just had a... Oh, okay, I see the red flashing lights. Your body cam.
Yes, you are being audio and video recorded right now.
All right, cool.
So how can I help you?
Oh, I don't need help unless you got like a Red Bull or something. A little thirsty.
No, but this is government property and there's signs posted that says no trespassing.
Ooh, yeah. I did notice that.
Okay.
You know where those signs apply to?
Yeah, here.
No,
The property here.
beyond the fence.
No. This property belongs to the Port of Seattle Police, or Port of Seattle. Okay. Do you have business here?
I do.
What is your business?
I'm not going to explain that.
Okay. Well,
I'll help you out real quick. If you want, I guess he's probably the boss. If you want to just get the declaration form for 9A 52-115, the perjury statement for trespassing, I'll take my no trespass warning now. But sir, I'll tell you right now, you're putting yourself in legal jeopardy. It really doesn't matter what Gonzalez has to say. It matters what that 6-person jury is going to say when they look at all the facts and circumstances surrounding this, the case law and whatnot for Washington State. So you can play mess around and find out. And I'm happy to get on the train and drive that right into the courtroom with you in first class, okay? That's how that's going to roll. So Gonzalez?
Yes.
If we're going to do this, I want that perjury declaration form signed by whoever it is that's declaring I can't be here with my no trespass warning. No one's getting ID. I'll leave the form under threat, or I'll leave the property under threat of arrest with the no trespass warning, and that's it. But I'm telling you right now, sir, sometimes you run across people in certain circumstances and you realize this isn't normal, this isn't how it should be, and something doesn't seem right here. It's not adding up. And I'm telling you, that 7th Amendment's going to be a bullet train for your wallet if you do this. I will have that thing drive right over the top of you in court.
Okay.
So if you guys want to do this, go right ahead.
Do you want to provide ID?
No, I don't. I'll take the no trespass warning though.
Okay. Would you want to provide your name?
Sure. Gandalf. Actually, here's my ID.
Gandalf the White.
One and the same. I am the same wizard.
And you're claiming that's your legal name?
It's the name I'm providing.
Okay.
So, are you going to give me a no trespass warning?
Are you refusing to leave the property?
I need a no trespass warning if I'm being trespassed. Am I being trespassed?
I'm asking you, are you refusing to leave the property?
Am I being trespassed?
Sir, I'm asking you a question. Don't answer my question.
I have to know if, I'll leave if I'm being trespassed. Am I being trespassed?
Okay, hang on one second.
Okay. I'll leave if I'm being trespassed, happily.
Okay, hang on. But you don't want to provide any ID?
No, 985280 for the trespass statute doesn't require identity.
Okay.
So. But if I'm being trespassed, I will leave.
Hang on.
Okay.
Would you like to talk to a supervisor?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. I got no ill will for anyone here, anything like that. You want to just walk up the side here?
Would you mind stepping off the property and then we can talk over to you?
Well, I don't want to leave here because I'm working on something.
Okay.
If I am being trespassed, I will leave.
Well, I'm just asking you questions and you're answering me with questions.
Well, because it matters legally. If you're trespassing, it matters.
Hang on.
Okay.
Are you willing to walk off the property and talk with me? Yes or no?
Is that a request or an order?
It's a request.
If it's a request, I don't want to.
Okay.
But
Wonderful.
if it's like I said, if it's an order under, that I'm being trespassed, I will leave off the property right now.
Okay.
Is he the supervisor?
He is not.
Oh, okay. Yeah, if I could talk to supervisor, I'd appreciate it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if you won't mind waiting off property, it'd be a lot easier for all of us.
I don't understand why it'd be easier.
Okay, that's fine. Sure, you're refusing to leave the property.
No, you asked me, you requested me to leave.
Yeah.
If you're ordering me off the property because I'm being trespassed, because they're asking that, I will leave.
Supervisor, I'll get you a supervisor. Just
Okay.
hang on, okay?
Appreciate it. I appreciate you offering the supervisor, by the way. Sure. Thank you.
Right there. Yeah, so like cut a line straight across. Yeah.
Yeah, in fact, I explained to this gentleman right over there, which I'm going to try to remember your name here, but I can't.
William.
What's that?
William.
William. So I was talking to William that...
I won't make you try to pronounce the last name.
Now I got to try. Jordaver?
No. Jordanger.
Jordaver.
Danger.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't have guessed that. So what I explained to William here is I am working on something. I'm in the middle of my job right now.
Okay.
I have no nefarious intents. I have no desire for ill will to be visited upon anybody. I'm not looking to commit any crimes or anything like that. But I am working on something. I'm a journalist. I'm an investigative journalist. I'm working on a story right now. And that's why I'm here. Okay, I'm walking off the property. But you guys are saying I am being trespassed off the property?
Let me show you the map. Yes, I can show you. Do you want me to show you the map?
Oh no, I'm familiar with where the GS. What was that? What am I thinking of?
Yeah,
GIS.
the cross street right there.
Yep, totally.
So we do have a sergeant coming out. You can chat him up.
Okay.
They'll just be hanging out in the area.
Yeah, no problem. But I just want to make sure I am being trespassed under threat of arrest if I stay.
Correct.
Okay, fair enough.
Traycon property.
All right. Oh, I'm sorry. What was your name?
Justin LaRue.
Do you guys have business cards by chance?
I do.
Okay.
Do you like one?
Yeah. Can I stop and get it from you or?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Here, I'll even give you a case number. Give me a second.
I appreciate it. Thank you. Are you the supervisor? Great. Thanks for showing up.
What's that?
I said thank you for showing up.
No problem.
Do you have a business card, by the way?
Yeah.
If I could get one, that'd be great. I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
So I am looking to, well,
You're being audio and video recorded.
Oh yeah, sure, no sweat. You don't have to let me know,
to.
but I appreciate it. I am looking to get what just occurred quashed by you. There is nothing that indicates that I can't go to where I was. Now, obviously, there's signs like on the fence. The indication is obviously don't go beyond the fence. They don't want you doing that. They've got a visitors area over there, so clearly they welcome the public. right? To an extent, which is the fence line. I'm an investigative journalist. I'm here working on a story. I got tips and leads about some issues in that area, and in the, like, I guess I call it the staging area beyond the fence, kind of like in front of the building itself. So I came here to get basic B-roll footage initially, maybe something more beyond that, depending on if something actually occurred relative to those tips and leads, and that was going to be it. So
is that something you can get from over here? Possibly?
No, I really do need to. I mean, my preference would be to go beyond the fence, but obviously,
Can't do that.
Yeah, I mean, unless they're going to start installing pole vaulting pits and stuff and allow me to go Olympic, or let me in, that's not an option. So
definitely not going to do that.
yeah, so what I'm looking to do is to have that unlawful trespass warning quashed. It's just a civil issue right now. I don't want this to escalate, and I mean that in a civil way, not in a
Right. Yeah,
bad way.
I understand what you're saying.
I don't want this to escalate. There is no lawful predicate for them, nor authority to trespass me from that particular area. Everything I was doing was lawful as a member of the press from where I was at. I never, to be clear.
This is an interesting situation.
How's it?
Well, they're alleging that they're the property owners or the management for that property. So where it turns into public to private property, right? So that street is not a public street.
Yeah. Okay. And let's just assume, even for a moment, that that's the case.
Okay.
Just to have a full-throated conversation and formal debate.
Gotcha.
Polite debate.
Excellent.
If that were the case, there would be something that would need to indicate that to regular members of the public and everyone else.
I would agree with you.
There is absolutely nothing that explains limits. And until there is, it would be arbitrary and capricious. And there's a volume of case law.
Well, why don't you let me go give them your argument, and then I'll come back, okay?
Yeah, and I would politely request, too, if they're going to maintain the no trespass warning, I'm not looking to go to the 3-star hotel today, right?
Right.
I would ask, though, in accordance with the statute, so the trespass statute, 1952-80, if they're trespassing me for second degree criminal trespassing, section 115 of that same chapter mandates that whoever it is that's declaring myself to be trespassed must sign that under penalty of perjury.
Understood.
I'd ask them that they do that, because that's what holds them to account.
I got you.
Thanks. I appreciate it, Sergeant. Interested in attaining. All right, here comes the sergeant. Hey, Sergeant. So what's the deal?
So what their plan is to work on getting signage at the end of this walkway here. So
in other words, it's publicly accessible right now.
it's yes, until they, I guess, get the sign up, if that's the way you want to look at it.
Yeah, so I can go back.
They are working actively. Let's give them a chance to do what they need to do.
No. I need to get my footage. So this is they got to put a ring on it or not.
Can you not get the footage from here to there?
No, if you understood the tips and leads I had, it's pretty egregious behavior-based issues about the security. Again, I don't know if it's true, but so far a little bit of it has been true from the older security officer. The younger security officer, we had a bit of a disagreement, but whatever, that's fine. But I need to get that footage. So this is a thing where they're either going to omit the press now and commit a civil rights violation, or they're going to let me back on.
Let me just go let them know that until, they're working on putting the sign up. Until they get the sign up, then,
So it's quashed then?
Well, let me go talk to them and let them know that we talked about this.
I get that, but it's like quashed now or it's not quashed now, because I'd like to walk up and start getting my footage. I've already lost
it's not worked
footage.
out. Let me work out with them what we've talked about, just like I worked out with them what they wanted to work out.
I appreciate that, Sergeant Breeze, and you seem like an incredibly nice guy, but that's giving them undue time, and it's abridging my liberty. So can I go there right now or not?
Let me just let them know you're coming, okay?
Can I go?
And then, not yet. Let me just let them know.
Okay, I'm going to walk to the corner.
Yes, that's fine.
Literally need to make this quick, though, Sergeant.
Yeah, you can right over here.
Okay, I need that to be super quick.
Yes, understood.
Okay. Yeah. Like 30 seconds or 6 seconds, that's fine. That's fine. Hey, Sergeant. Are you saying I can come on? Yeah. Okay. It's hard to see with the sun.
I said they're working on getting the sign. I gave them your argument. So we're gonna let you hang out here.
Sure. One thing I'll just go tell him myself. I mean,
he doesn't want to talk to you, so he has a right not to talk to you.
Well, he doesn't have to talk to me, but I'm going to go over there and talk to him.
Do you mind if I relay a message?
I do. He needs to hear this from me because it has a very important legal implication for him. So. Hey, sir. When that sign goes up, I'm going to come back. Okay. And if I get a no trespass warning again, whoever signs that perjury declaration form is going to be civilly liable. That's the whole thing about this. Since this is a concurrent legislative district, I thought it was exclusive initially. That's exactly why these guys can be here, and that's exactly why Washington state trespass laws apply. That declaration form under penalty of perjury, whoever signs it, my attorney is going to be very happy about that. So just remember, that takes away any governmental protections you would have, like qualified immunity or anything like that. So you really need to seek counsel out before you guys do this, because this is not going to turn out well. You're putting yourself in legal jeopardy right now. Okay? I'm just telling you.
Good advice.
And Sergeant, if I could ask a favor, because this is a weird situation right now, right?
Right.
You got Port here. This is federal property, as the signs say, right? All that kind of stuff. So, because it is a concurrent legislative district, that is obviously why you guys can be here. That being said, you really may want to consider just calling the Port Legal Counsel and asking this about this at first. You already did? Hey, Sergeant.
Yeah.
I do need to get one other piece of paper. Can I approach your vehicle? All right. Just want to make sure. Don't want you thinking I'm going to do something bad. So what I'd like to see if I can get, please, is even though that no trespass warning has been quashed, it was in effect for a period of time. Whoever it was that put that into effect, I need that declaration form.
Was there a declaration form that you signed?
No. Whoever.
Did anybody give you a signed form?
I asked Officer Gonzalez and Officers LaRue on camera for that.
Did anybody give this guy a signed form?
No, I didn't receive one.
Okay, there isn't one.
Well, they need to sign it for that period of time, or I need to file.
I don't think they did.
Okay, I need to file a criminal complaint then.
Okay.
Okay, and the criminal complaint is against, and I don't know who you spoke to, like who said I want him off the property. I assume you've got it on your body camera or whatnot. Whoever told me to get off this property unlawfully need to be taken to task for that. That's not okay. I'll give you some insight to what my tips and leads were. Is allegedly regarding females entering and exiting this facility getting harassed. I saw 3 females come and go, and I was here to get that footage, and they abridged my liberty as press to capture that footage. And I think that is exactly why they're doing this. I think they are trying to keep me as a member of the press from capturing this misbehavior. And that is the point of the press, is to hold everyone to account. I mean, I can't imagine if you guys saw, as police officers, I can't imagine if you guys saw them, sexually harassing a female, that you guys would be down with that, so right? So this is something that we all need to work on.
Officer Gonzalez, are you doing a case report on this?
Hey, Officer, Sergeant asked a quick question over there. Hey, so as one of the security officers, I got a question for you as I posed to your co-worker, William. The tips and leads that brought me here are that women coming and going were being harassed. Do you know anything about that harassment against females, sir? Do you have any comment about females entering and exiting this facility being harassed? I'm gonna go ask these employees if they have any comment about females being harassed entering and exiting the facility. Excuse me, gentlemen, for the two non-uniformed employees, do you guys have any statement about, or comment rather, about females entering and exiting the facility having allegedly been harassed? Any awareness of that at all? It's actually the tips and leads that brought me here today.
No, not
Any awareness about that at all? So that doesn't sound familiar. You've never encountered that at all during this entire time that you worked here? How long have you been working here, sir?
For a while.
Okay, so more than a couple years?
Oh yeah.
Okay, and you've never encountered at any point in time a female coming or going off the property through the gates having allegedly been harassed?
No, that's wrong if it's happening, but no, I've never heard of it.
Okay. I've got 3 females that have reached out to me that have said that they believe they've been sexually harassed going through the gates, either entering, exiting, or both. And I do have another question too. Sounds like, what's your position here? Are you the manager?
I'm the manager of the facility.
Okay, the facility manager. So I'm obviously here for press reasons. Are you going to be trespassing me off this property with this sign? Are you asking that I be trespassed?
As long as you're right here.
Well, this is past the sign. I need to go up to the gate, and I need to be up there. So are you asking that I be trespassed? Because if that's the case, I'd kindly ask that the sergeant have you fill out a declaration form under penalty of perjury for that trespass. And if that's the case, I will leave under threat of arrest. But that is bringing to you civil legal jeopardy, sir. And I think it would be best if you consider that before you engage in that trespass. There's a reason why the press is in our country, sir, and that's exactly why it's the very first liberty that we have.
Well, think that for me.
So, sir, I'm asking right now because I see that sign. Are you allowing me to be here or not?
Just a minute. 'Cause I want to talk to my boss.
I don't blame you. I totally understand. I mean, that's why we have council, agencies, and departments. I do not blame you whatsoever. I think that's the prudent thing to do here. But I just want to be clear, you are not asking me to leave at this point, even though I'm beyond that sign, right? For right now.
Until I finish this phone call.
Okay, so I'm good to be here right now?
Just right there.
Sure. William, so the facility manager had a comment. You sure you don't want to take an opportunity now to make a comment to the press about the allegations?
Not at all.
Okay. How long have you been working here, William?
I have been on contract since 2009.
Okay. Oh, it's 2009.
Yes.
Oh, so you've been here for a long time.
Yes.
Okay. And does that behavior sound familiar at all? You ever encountered it? Seen anyone harassing females coming or going from the facility? Sound familiar at all? No comment on the alleged
One coming up.
sexual
Go ahead,
harassment?
Neil.
So there's no real reason for me to hang around, I'm assuming. If he,
I think we're good.
If he decides to do this, he can call us back.
Yep.
Okay.
And then we'll come back. But you're kind of...
Well, he said literally just a couple of minutes. You mind giving me like 3 more minutes? 3 minutes?
You're kind of abiding by the signs in any case, right?
Well, I'm past the no trespass. He told me I could be here.
Okay, yeah, right. So if he wants to call us back, like, I don't see any reason
there
for
he
us
is.
to be here. Everybody's on video and audio, just so you know.
Yeah.
Hello. So anyhow, my supervisor is going to make the decision. So I'm awaiting his call.
To trespass me or not.
Well, are you willing to abide by these signs or what?
Well, the thing is he's invited me past the sign. I just asked
Just
him.
to this point, well, I was on a phone call.
Yeah, but I mean, past the sign is past the sign. So my thing with you is
Oh, you got another sign to go.
yeah, that's not how it works. That's not how that works.
I play Mario Brothers.
Yeah, I appreciate that. So the thing is like either you've invited me and I could go past, and I'm good and I'm
okay,
welcome.
have you invited him past these signs?
You got to make that decision, man. Yes.
And well, I did ask you for it to be right here while I make a phone call.
Yeah.
So is that technically?
Well, I mean, you don't have to, like, you have the sign there. If you want to tell him to stay behind the sign, that's fine. If he comes in, you can call us at a later time.
Just give me a couple minutes.
Okay, so I'm not trespassed. Because obviously you've invited me, but so are you trespassing me at this point or not? Because I need to go up there and continue to get footage.
The airport?
I'd stay back here for the time being.
Okay, so you're not inviting me.
How?
I mean, it's just it's not an incremental thing. It's like I'm trespassed or I'm not. I'm allowed on the property or not. If you ask me to leave and you tell them to trespass me with a no trespass warning in accordance with Washington state law, then you have to sign the declaration form under penalty of perjury. I will step off the property and we'll handle it in court. That's how that's going to be. You can't abridge the liberty of the press, kind of, sort of. James Madison didn't write in there, except for A, B, and C. It's just freedom of the press. Just boop, a lot of freedom. Bald eagles, screaming freedom songs, all sorts of stuff. But there's no like with a permit or blah, blah, blah. So what do you want to do? I mean, the last thing you said is I'm invited. So if I'm invited, I'm going to go back there and continue.
We were hanging up the sign. I said just a minute.
Yep.
Just come over here.
And you said I could be here, past the sign. So can I? Are you still welcoming onto the property or not?
For the time being, let's just go over here until I make up my mind.
So you are trespassing me?
No.
Well, if you're not are you asking me to leave? If you're asking me to leave, I want you to sign the declaration form that the sergeant has.
I don't actually have a form.
Well, it can be printed out or...
I would say you don't have to leave. You can stay beyond this sign.
I can, but I'm asking him if he's continuing to continue.
He's an admin, fill the form and be all that way. So.
I'm either allowed on the property or not.
It's not difficult. I mean...
03704 Zebra for 20 minutes.
Look, I understand, man. I know you don't want to be in that civil jeopardy. I wouldn't want to either. But the thing is like, I have things to do because of the nature of the tips and liens. I need to cover this story. So either you're gonna trespass me or not. But the reason Washington State's legislature put this into effect is so that you can't abuse.
Well, hey, listen, you don't have to
press.
trespass him. You can ask him to stay beyond the signs. If he ventures back, you can make the decision. So ask him to stay beyond the signs.
That is not how it works, Sergeant. If he asks me to leave, I'm asking.
He's asking you to stay within the boundaries.
Is that a request
signs.
or an order, sir?
Can't order you. Hold on a minute.
You can because you can trespass me.
I think he's getting clarification.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, can I come onto the property or not?
No, he's asking me to stay out beyond the signs. No, he's asking me to stay out beyond the signs.
He's asking me to stay off?
Yeah.
Okay. Can I get that trespass warning then?
I'm not giving you a trespass warning.
Why?
I'm just asking you to abide within the signs.
Oh, okay. So he's not ordering me off. Hey, Sergeant, I need the no trespass. Is he giving me a warning to stay off?
You're going to follow the signs or not. It's on you.
So you're not going to give me a warning? What they're trying to do here, and they understand the legal jeopardy. You can see it on the guy's face all day long. What they're trying to do is they're trying to say, oh, it was just a request. But if you go past, all of a sudden, it wasn't a request. It was a demand. And that's what's happening. That is literally what is happening here. And they don't get to have that wiggle room. So they put a ring on it. They're just refusing to comply with the law. And the only thing you can do is go down to get that squared away. So I'm going to go down to the Port of Seattle. I'm going to go to the Federal Aviation Administration, the Department of Transportation for the federal government, since it's federal property, and try to get this squared away. That's all one can do at this point. So that's it here for right now today, everyone. Please like, share, and subscribe. comment below, hit that all notifications button for the story as this develops. And I have a sneaking suspicion there's going to be a lot of development here.